I'm joined by Sir Rocco Forte, chairman of Rocco Forte Hotels. Rocco, your reaction to this story?
I think it's most disgraceful, one of the most disgraceful things that's ever happened in this country. I mean, it's like a totalitarian state. You don't have the right views, you're cashiered. And in this day and age, when it's almost impossible to operate without a bank account, to be excluded from having one is effectively you become a non-citizen. And it's completely unacceptable. And the good thing about it is it's given the matter a lot of publicity because, as you said, a lot of small people were finding themselves in that situation and weren't able to complain. Now they can, and hopefully the government is looking at it. But I hope the Prime Minister does take some action, because usually he just kicks things into touch and forgets about them for a few months and a few years.
You're right. There could be an element of self-interest here, though, couldn't there? Because if Labour are going to be in next year, they might think, oh, gosh, you know, maybe we'll start getting penalised by some of these rules. I'm a little bit more optimistic. I think something might happen. But, Rocco, your point, you know, about businesses, small businesses, men and women, particularly those dealing in cash, you know, whether you're running a fish stall or you're a window cleaner or whatever it is, the banks do not want to take cash anymore, do they?
No, but I mean, this is sort of a government drive to create a cashless society, which then enables them to monitor us much more carefully than they are up to now. And there are some transactions of cash, and you can't possibly avoid that. And obviously, with small businesses, they do take cash and have to take cash. So if you're not able to open a bank account, what else do you do?
What else can you do? Well, as a channel, GB News have launched a Don't Kill Cash campaign. We've got 220,000 people that have signed our petition because, like you, my fear is if everything's digitised, they can control how we spend our money.
And what we spend it on.
And what we spend it on. No, I'm genuinely worried about this too. A thought about business, Rocco. You know, you have said quite famously recently that we become an anti-competitive country. Is it any wonder that people are leaving? But the banks are at the heart of this, aren't they? Because one of the other problems I hear from small businesses that want to set up is it can take them months to get bank accounts set up. I mean, we're becoming uncompetitive even through banking, aren't we?
Yes, well, that's what I hear. And I hear quite a lot from Italians who want to open businesses up in England, and they find it almost impossible to set up a bank account. And if we're supposed to be encouraging people to come and invest in this country and open business in this country, they can't open a bank account, they can't start a business.
How is it, final thought on all of this, Rocco, how is it, after 13 years of Conservative government, that we've become such a bad place to do business?
Yeah, but I mean, the Conservatives adopted and encouraged, actually, the work agenda, which is these are the views that we are supposed to subscribe to, and which have become the mainstream. It's a minority view in the country. It's not the view of the majority of people. And Brexit was an opportunity. It's not been taken advantage. This government could be saying what they're going to do about Brexit, how they're going to make it work for the country. They're afraid of upsetting the European Union, who's busy upsetting us at every opportunity.
As a man that supported the Conservatives, you know, quite generously over a long period of time, you sound very disappointed.
Yes, I am. I've never been so depressed about this country since the 70s. And then Mrs. Thatcher came along and changed everything when everybody said it's impossible. The Treasury's run this country, and more recently the OBR. Nothing can happen with the OBR's agreement. And there are a bunch of lefties taken out of Ed Miliband's think tank when it was set up by George Osborne. And they're continuing with the same policy, which was delivered subpar growth. And there doesn't seem to be any way out. And Liz Truss actually had the right ideas. She'd be first to admit she didn't go about it quite the right way.
Yes.
But the ideas are right ideas and the ones that should be implemented.
Yep, she was playing all the right notes, just not necessarily in the right order, as the Eric Morecambe gag went. So, Rocco, absolute pleasure to have you on the show. Well, straight talking there from Rocco Forte,